From my journal, September 12th, 1983, the day of our wonderful conversation. Dear precious Jeff, I'm feeling so close to you after our beautiful conversation today, and I am so delighted with you, with your openness to learn and to experience more joy and love, with your desire to give so much of yourself to me. I love your lovingness and your sweetness, and I long to reach out and touch you and to enfold you with my love. These are my thoughts as I am about to go to sleep tonight, and all my anger and hurting has melted away in the light of your wonderful listening ears today, and the tenderness and the empathy you gave me, and the laughter of the unique inner child of you that spoke to me so joyously. I'm so unused to that special quality of openness you show me, such trusting. I sense you feel when you speak to me of your willingness to learn and to be free to express your innermost desires and dreams with me. And I feel so special to be invited to participate with you in your adventure of exploration into yourself. And I want my own adventure joined with yours as you help me to know myself. And through our journeys, we come to know each other. I hear and sense and feel your vulnerability as you open yourself, your mind and your soul to me. And I honor that vulnerability, and I feel a reciprocal openness and a tender love I want to express to you. Trust me in your presence, dear one, as I feel you trust me at a distance. And darling Jeff, trust yourself. I want your closeness, your voice in my ear, and the warmth of your body near mine, touching me, slowly caressing each other, letting in the feelings. Be quiet, my angel, and let me feel your warmth, and bathe myself in the quietness and gentleness of your presence, as I have laughed in the joy of your spontaneous inner child. I dreamed of you Friday night, that I awoke in your arms, and I wiped the sleep from your eyes. Perhaps I'll dream of you tonight. Good night. Sweet dreams, dear Jeff. I love you. Tuesday morning, September the 13th, 1983. Dear God, darling Jeff, I awoke this morning feeling so good, so full of life and love, not depressed or cut off from my God self, and I knew the reason why I felt so different today. Sweet love, through you, I have again touched the heart of God, and I know the truth of my being. I am the living presence of God. God is flowing through me again as I behold the Christ Spirit in you. Oh, Jeff, I wasn't able to do it alone. It took God flowing through you to open me up to my own goodness, to feel the presence of that loving Spirit within. And I thank you, and I thank our God source that has its being in all of creation, that you, my love, have come into my life to help me to grow through the expressiveness inherent in me. I voice and feel with all my senses as I am inspired by your lovingness, your honesty, your openness and vulnerability and trusting nature, and your laughing spirit. I am reminded of the biblical quote, God hath made me to laugh so that all that will hear will laugh with me. Genesis 21:6. When you laugh, I feel God laughing, and I laugh too. I feel like running and dancing, for I am alive this morning, and I want to express my aliveness. I trust life again. I know that I can get all my work accomplished here and enjoy the process. I'm aware of my need for variety, so I do several projects in the course of a day, smoothly going from one to another, from writing this in my journal to the washing of clothes to playing and singing, to going through my wardrobe, to making phone calls and attending to business matters and shopping. As I am touched with the reality of God as me, and God as you, from whom I receive so much inspiration, I am flowing, and events in my life are flowing. I had a wonderful day doing errands and shopping and phoning yesterday. I felt open and free. I found a pair of glasses frames I like and a wonderful optician. I found the most feminine watch I just love, and the price was perfect. And the salesman was a past Phoenix Boy choir member with my son, Jeff, and he remembered being in our choir pool together, and it was so pleasant, and the purchase so spontaneous. I hadn't even intended to buy a watch at all. Also, after you called, I made a phone call to an investment company that owes us money and discovered that the amount of the installment for this year was far above what I expected, so I can be more free to get the kind of car I want. And etc., and etc. This is how it should be, sweetheart, and I'm feeling so jubilant that it is working for me, and I want it to keep on working, and I have faith that it will. I have learned that my prayers are answered. Before I went to Texas, I prayed for a person to show me the tangibility of God, one that I can relate to and identify with. And Jeff, there are times like yesterday when you are so flowing with life that I know I am in the living presence of God. That gives me the desire to be open and patient with myself and with you. Never again do I want to lash out at you. I want to gently, swiftly confront you with an issue that is uncomfortable and take care of it. I want to develop a set of signals and nonverbal and verbal signs that are eloquently loving and acceptable and subtle enough so as not to take away from you and from your aliveness. I want to fill your cup, not drink from your cup, and to allow you to help me fill my own cup and to drink from that source. I would like to imagine us drinking from our own cups together, and through such sharing, find us blending together, and then moving back into our own spaces, like waves moving upon the waters, moving in and feeling the essence of the free-flowing surge of life energy above the depths of the sea, moving on to the land and caressing the sand and the rocks and depositing their gifts of ocean life, seaweed and shells, and leaving them to be discovered by some beachcomber. And then moving out again, not demanding to stay on the shores where they could not by their very natures, as ocean waves, freeze and become rigid and unable to move out to the sea again, to gather their fruits to lavish upon the shores. How I love to communicate with you, Jeff. I can see you listening to me already as I am preparing to close the sequel and put it on tape for you. This is how I want to be with you, not closed with a protective armor around me, securing me like a fortress and imprisoning my soul. I know I must be free to express, and express I will. I will allow myself to move in passion and to rest in reason, as Gibran says. And in my reason I will cope with life's lessons that will be there for me to face. And there will be some to work through with you. And sometimes I may have to take my leave of you in order to keep from imprisoning myself if I can't get your attention. And you may find the same happening for you. But somehow I now feel I have met my greatest obstacle, myself, and that by expressing what was happening in me to you and how I see my needs needing to be met through you, and feeling yesterday as I talked with you that you would understand and be able to cope with my need to express those things to you while displaying some anger, I got beyond that frozen, rigid, closed, depressed space I had sunk into. So, my dear, if I did cause you distress, please know that those feelings were transitory, and I don't want them in me to hurt you again. I want to express to you in such a way that my baser nature is washed clean through acceptance of myself and through your acceptance of me. It is my desire that I strive to be in my highest giving nature when we come together, for I truly want to fill your cup, so that it overflows and spills itself back to me effortlessly. I do not want to take from you, but to give to you. And through my giving, I will feel whole and new and in tune with life. Good day, my love. May you feel as God today, and may you know yourself as I have known you, the living presence of God.